Good morning, good morning. We are starting our day with a game of flamingo in the class. This is very, very fun. Travis is taking it super serious. Oh, Ryder's out. If they talk or make noise, they're out. If they stand on they can only stand on one leg, so if they stand on two, they're out. If they touch a chair or wall, they're out. Eliana's adding things to it. You can have them hold their legs straight out or close one eye or put a hand behind your back. Right now, they're just all wiggling, so she's holding out on them. While those guys are playing. Oh, I hear voices.
Low battery, please charge.
Oh. Okay, we'll go without a mic today because my battery needs to charge. So hopefully you already have out your social studies and science notebook and you're ready to go. Oh, they're dropping like flies. We're down to like 3 or 4 more kids left. Ryder, you're already out. Please sit. Sit, please. Chase, please sit. Both hands behind your back. Kane is out. Okay, we're going to close up the game in 30 seconds. No eyes. Close your eyes. Eyes are closed. Hey, gentlemen, even if you're out, we're still not talking. Macy's out. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, if you are still standing, come get a candy corn from Mrs. Stewie.
Oh my gosh, you have candy corn?
I lied. You can have Tootsie. Okay, 1. These are wrapped, so I can hand these out. Candy corn is not wrapped, so I can't hand those out. Okay, so welcome to social studies. As you notice, there's some decoration in the room. I had a birthday this weekend. Mrs. Pipick and Mrs. Schultz thought it would be fun to decorate, so we have a decorated classroom today and to celebrate, and it's kind of fun. Lainey, can you shut the door for me, please, over there? And everyone else, hold up your social studies notebook so I know you have the right notebook out. Social studies, social studies, social studies. Yes, 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 and yes. Good. Okay, before we open those social studies notebooks, we studied the Great Lakes. No, we're starting, guys. Chase, no. Class has started now. We studied the Great Lakes. Who can tell me the acronym for remembering the Great Lakes order? Travis. Yes, 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 yes.
Superman helps everyone.
Nice and loud.
Superman helps everyone.
Superman helps everyone. And the S in Superman stands for Lake Superior, which flows into Michigan or Huron. Superman helps. E stands for Erie. Superman helps everyone. O stands for Ontario. Okay, so if we open up our notebooks now and double check, how did we do? So here's our Great Lakes map. Your Great Lakes map should look like my Great Lakes map now. Okay. Superman helps everyone. Okay, and I have a correction to make. Last week on the video, I made a mistake here about where it flows to. It flows, this is called the St. Lawrence River. Can we add that today? We're going to add that. St. Lawrence River flows into the St. Lawrence Bay and eventually the Atlantic Ocean. So I'm going to flip this here for a second. It's the St. Lawrence River that the Great Lakes flow into the St. Lawrence River and eventually into the Atlantic Ocean. Oh, You can't see it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you.
Okay, hang on. Let me present. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
No. Technical difficulties. Give me a second. Can you see it now?
It's upside down.
It's upside down? Oh, man.
What did you say?
How about now?
Much better.
Perfect. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So, we already had this really good map.
I need to shorten these.
And all you're adding to it today is St. Lawrence River. And you kind of have to write small. Yep. Okay. Superman helps everyone. Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, Ontario. If I gave you a map test on Friday, could you pass it?
No.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes, wait.
Is today going to be a good day?
Yes, it is.
Good. Okay, give me a thumbs up when your map looks like my map. You've added St. Lawrence River. Yours done. Haley's done. Axel's done. Lillian's done. Good. 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 Please take those erasers and put them away. Thank you. All right. So now we have been working on our physical features map. And let's make sure that you have everything on your map. Can you point to the Great Lakes? And in our map, we put just the letters S for Superior, M for Michigan, H for Huron, E for Erie, O for Ontario. Okay, are you on your next map, you guys? Bob, do you have this in your notebook? Do you need one? Okay, come get one. Is there anybody else who is missing this in your notebook? You don't have it.
I need one more map.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm done with all of this. Yeah, I'm not.
Here you go. And Bob, you and I can work on this later. So just don't worry about getting them all right now. We'll do it together later. You don't have one either, Kane?
No, I don't have two maps.
Okay, put your finger on the Great Lakes. Lainey. After the Great Lakes, we put in the oceans, the major bodies of water. Can you put your finger on the Atlantic Ocean? Can you put your finger on the Gulf of Mexico? Can you put your finger on your map on the Pacific Ocean? On your map, can you find the Great Plains? We shaded them brown. On your map, can you find the Rocky Mountains? On your map, can you find the Appalachian Mountains? On your map, can you find the Great Salt Lake? And near the Great Salt Lake, we shaded orange. Raise your hand and tell me, what did we shade orange? What is the name of this area around the Great Salt Lake?
Great Salt Flats.
Raise your hand. Oh, is this where we stopped?
Yeah.
Did you guys get the Great Salt Lake?
No. Yeah.
Okay. All right, find an orange colored pencil.
I have to go to my locker room.
I have a bin of colored pencils over there. Nobody needs to leave the room. Nope. There's a drawer that says colored pencils on it. All right, so with our class, we left off with the orange area near the Great Salt Lake to the west of the Rocky Mountains. And this is called the Great Basin. So over on our key, we'll put orange. And and it's called the Great Basin.
Why is that part of the
Oh, you see that I have another spot here over in California, right next to Nevada. Does anyone know the name of this red dot? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Death Valley?
Why would I include Death Valley on my map?
It's like a really special place. Like a really well-known place.
It is well known. Ryder, nice, a little louder for the whole class, please.
It is like 120 degrees there.
It is hot.
Very hot.
On most days of the year, this is the hottest place in the United States. And around that is the Death Valley. Okay, so fantastic. All right, when your map looks like mine, you've got major water bodies, Great Plains, Rocky Mountains, Appalachian Mountains, Great Basin, including Salt Lake, and Death Valley. Cross your arms. Colton, Tristan, thank you. Kane, thank you. Bobby, you're not going to have all of these yet, but you can start with us now, and I'll go back with you later. Ryder's ready. Kimberlyn is ready. Chase is ready. Macy is ready. Good. Thank you, guys. Travis. Thank you. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to have you have a blue colored pencil and also a pen. So if you can find a pen. And then hold those up so I know that you're ready. Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bob, we'll do your math later, okay? All right, thank you. Okay, we're starting now in 5, 4, 3. Ryder and Axel, I want to get going. 2, 1. Show me your pen and your blue colored pencil.
Is it the dark blue?
I don't care. It can be dark blue, it can be light blue. Okay, now we're class.
Yes.
We're going to start with rivers. I'm using blue because it's still water. What is the longest river in the United States that starts in headwaters close by us? Some of you may have camped there with families or put your toes in the headwater lake. What river am I talking about? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Mississippi River.
Good. So you're going to take your blue and, oh, thank you. Quiet down, please. We're going to take our blue, start up here near us in north central Minnesota.
See the R's in there. I can't see.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
And I'm going to trace the path of the Mississippi River, which goes through Minnesota and then follows the borders of Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, and it dumps out here in, what do we call this again?
The Gulf of Mexico.
The Gulf of Mexico. And then the reason I had you grab a pen is because we're going to name the river, but we kind of have to write small because we're writing on a map. Mississippi is Mississippi. Mississippi River. Give me a thumbs up when you have that done.
There is 4 R's in Mississippi. But yours are only 10 I see.
Ha ha ha.
MISSISSIPPI.
Mississippi, and Ryder says, but you're the only 10 I see. Tennessee. Aha, very clever. Okay, so we're going to be talking a lot about natural borders and boundaries. So there were early people that lived along the Mississippi River. In fact, they were called the Mississippians. They lived right here. And one of the largest known civilizations had a large city south of what is now Chicago. Nope. We're going to talk about the name of that city. Whoever has the Mississippian people will get to talk about that city when they do their research. All right. There were also people that lived between the Appalachian Mountains and the Mississippi River along another river that starts in the state right here. What is the name of this state right here?
That's Ohio.
That's Ohio. So what do you think this river is called?
The Ohio River.
The Ohio River. So we're going to color that blue and then grab our pen. This is the Ohio River. Okay.
Into the Mississippi?
And it flows into the Mississippi. So Ohio River is what we would call a tributary. It tributes its water. Tributaries are waterways that flow into other waterways.
Yeah.
O-H-I-O. Ohio River.
No one's gonna know that says Ohio.
Okay, we're doing okay?
Yes.
We're getting a little noisy.
It's hard to write small. It's hard to write small.
Now we're going to include one more tributary, and I have to double check where it starts. It is the wide Missouri. Okay, so grab your blue. What did I do with my blue? We are not going to color all of the rivers, just a few.
Honestly, school days this year
Okay.
by fast.
All right, so class.
Yes.
Thank you. Is my blue pencil around here somewhere too? I dropped it.
I have one tomorrow.
That's okay. Okay, I'll use a blue pen for now. Okay, so the Missouri River starts in Montana, goes a little bit through North Dakota, a little bit through South Dakota, and it dumps in here to Nebraska. It's the border right here between South Dakota and Nebraska, and it flows along this edge of Kansas. And then I always have to double check, does it cross in Kansas? I think it does, but let me just double check. Okay, I maybe did this a little bit wrong. It kind of comes over here like this. Okay, and this one is called the Missouri River. M-I-S-S-O-U-R-I River. Okay, and that flows, and I maybe have this exact spot maybe a little wrong, but it flows into the Mississippi River as well. And the Missouri River is a boundary. As the Europeans come westward, they meet Native Americans on the East Coast. Colton, please stop. They meet other tribes in the Missouri. The Native Americans kind of go west and west. Here at the Missouri River is a river crossing where many pioneers ended up losing their lives because they couldn't swim. It's a wide, shallow river, but the water can move fast sometimes. Has anyone crossed the Missouri River between Nebraska and South Dakota? It's a wide river,
I
river.
have.
Okay.
Wait, is it also the Hudson River?
No, Hudson,
Wait, where's-
nope.
Wait, where's all the presidents?
Okay, class.
Yes.
The last river we're going to add starts kind of near us, and it flows north. And the only reason we're going to put this river on here because we're going to talk about it in the spring. It's part of, you probably hear about this on the news sometimes. Does anyone know the name of the river that's close to Fargo? It is a color.
I should.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Red River.
Yeah, but you know what? The interesting thing, guys, there are lots of red rivers in the United States. So we call ours the Red River of the North. Of the North. And it flows into Canada. And the Red River is the river that eventually goes to Hudson Bay. I had mistakenly told you something different before. But Red River starts in Minnesota. And if you have ever tubed the Otter Tail River, or swam in Otter Tail Lake, or even in Detroit Lake, our water is part of the Pelican River. The Pelican River and the Otter Tail River eventually flow into the Red River and go to Hudson Bay. So we're going to talk about that this spring. Okay, this ends our physical features map. Now, throughout this week, tomorrow I'm going to give you a study sheet. Our test, I'm thinking, will probably be on Friday. All the physical features that we put on this map could be on your map test. Okay, so real quickly, let's review. Can you put your finger on the Atlantic Ocean? Can you put the finger on the Rocky Mountains? Can you put your finger on the Mississippi River? Can you put your finger on the Ohio River? Can you find the Great Salt Lake? Can you find the Great Plains? Can you find the Gulf of Mexico? Okay, now thumbs up, siders around. How did you feel about that? Okay, map test probably maybe Friday, okay? So we'll do some studying tomorrow, map test Friday. All right, class, that's it for today. It is time for the next thing. See you later.
Wait, what?